Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine, continue with historical figures. Last time I talked about I think I had 2 or 3 videos about the Tri-Nation period, which is after Han Dynasty. During this Tri-Nation period, there are a lot of stories. There are a lot of small forces. It eventually became 3: Southwest, Southeast, and the middle at the center. Talking about this Tri-Nation period, there's another important, actually, legend or real, nowhere to find, about the 4 beauties in the history. 4 beautiful women, actually, 4 beauties, which refers to 4 beautiful women. One is in the 5-nation period before Qing Dynasty, after the Xia, after the Shang, after the Zhou, and came to 5 dynasty and 7 country, and then Qing united all. So during this 5 dynasty period, there was a legend about a lady called Si Shi. And during this the end of Han Dynasty, there's before the Tri-Nation established, but the end of the Han Dynasty, there's I mentioned there was a Zhuo Dong who held the emperor, held the power, did a lot of vicious things, and many people want to destroy him. And there was one lady, actually, really he fell because of this lady. This lady, her name is Diao Chan. Diao Chan, these 2 characters really refers to a small, I think it's a fox, like a small cute animal, like a fox, very cunning, very beautiful. So this is the second one. And the third one is the Zhao Jun Wang, who was given the name of princess, was not a princess, but given the name of princess on behalf of the royal family, wedded or married to the other small countries, because their force is so strong, and they keep rebelling, and then they want this princess from the palace. So her name is Zhao Jun Wang. And the other one was concubine Yan. I think in my outside of medicine, the stream of the Beijing opera, there's so many stories, so many operas about this concubine Yan. So these are 4 ancient beauties. So let's talk each about of them. The earliest one is the Si Shi. Si Shi was in 5 dynasty period. There's Wu and Yue, 2 countries. It's just that the Zhejiang province and the Jiangsu province currently. There are 2 emperors. One is Wu and one is Yue. The Yue's emperor called Jian, Go Jian. The Wu's emperor, just the Emperor Wu. So the 2 nations has battle, and then Wu captured the Yue. So there's an agreement. Yue have to serve Wu for 15 years. So after the 15 years, this Wu was kind of gracious, so he sent Yue back. This Yue was a very deep thought, ambitions. After he back to his country, he's still seeking the opportunity to revenge. So he sent many beautiful women. One of them is called Si Shi. So the duty of this Si Shi was to entertain Emperor Wu. So this Emperor Wu lost the interest in the political nation, country affairs. So eventually, this Yue became stronger and stronger, took over. So this is one of the important beauty in the ancient Si Shi. West given, it's just I think probably her last name is Shi, and she was from West, so it's Si Shi. And there's another one is Diao Chan. Diao Chan is in the end of Han Dynasty because of this dong. This dong is so vicious. So many people hate him in the palace. Those people around the emperor, but he holds the power. He holds the emperor. So there's another official called Wang Yun Wang, and one of his playing girl just play the entertain him and called this Diao Chan, voluntarily said, I'm going to go to the palace to marry him. And actually it's a plot. So this Wang, there's another important figure called Lu Bu. So this Mr. Wang to promise Dong, she's going to be your wife. At the same time, also promise Bu, she's going to be your wife. So then this Bu is very, I probably mentioned it before, it's a knight-like, very brave, very strong. Nobody can defeat him, but just sometimes lack of wisdom, lack of vision. So he saw, when he saw that the lady pleased his heart was in with Dong, so he couldn't tolerate that. So he's the one really, because at that time nobody can defeat him, and he took this opportunity. Actually, because of this woman, he defeated Dong. He killed Dong. So that ended. This is a good, very significant contribution from him. But eventually, he was also captured by Cao and killed by Cao. Because he's kind of hesitate, not making decision quick, and not wise, or not visionary. So eventually, but he did this good thing because of this girl, Diao Chan. So this is the second one. The third beautiful woman was the Zhao Junwang, who was, I think it's one of the servant girl in the palace, and somehow the other country want a princess, so she volunteered. No princess wanted to go to leave home, go to another country. So she volunteered, I'm going to. So she eventually married to this small tribe of a king of the small tribe in that very remote area. Traveled thousands of miles into the cold area. So she was very well praised and respected, and a lot of movies or legend about her. Of course, she was beautiful. And eventually, I think after that, that country took over the mainland anyway. So probably some of the descendants from her, but it was not quite clear on that. So the fourth beauty was the concubine Yan. This was the Tang Dynasty. Longji Li was the name of emperor. At his late age, his wife passed away. At his late age, he met this young lady, fell in love with her, and this lady was married him from the temple, so holding a very religious thought, according to the history legend. And this lady was somehow very charming, just took the heart of the emperor. Usually, the emperor would just have 3,000 concubines around him, but since this concubine Yan showed up, so the emperor stopped seeing anyone else, just focus with her. So this is a legend in the history, and eventually this lady were given the order of kill herself because of the rebellion. Blame her and her family, caused the country into chaotic, and the soldiers said, if you do not kill her, we're not going to fight for you. So this is the history of, she was the one probably kind of tragic, but it was said that she, a lot of legend about her, whether she died or she's not. But so since we talk about the Han and also Transition period, there's a lady has to be mentioned because she's involved in kill that Dong, the vicious guy, and just streaming down mentioned the other three other beautiful women. So in the history there are 4 beauties. There was very well written, so many legends, so many movies, so many stories. If you're interested, you can search the 4 beauty of ancient. You can find all of them, and each one individually in terms of time, in terms of the event, in terms of what did they do. You can find all the information. So I'm just going to stop here. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.